Welcome back, everyone, to the Blazor Hybrid Beginner Series. I'm your host, James Montemagno, a program manager on the developer community team here at Microsoft. And we have been learning a lot about building multi-platform hybrid applications with Blazor Hybrid and .NET MAUI to scale out our web UIs across iOS, Android, Mac, and Windows. And we have a little bit learning left to do. In fact, one of the advantages of Blazor Hybrid, since it works on top of native platforms like WinForms, WPF, and .NET MAUI, is that you can mix and match user interfaces across the different platforms. This means you can sprinkle in a little bit of Blazor Hybrid into your existing application, or if you're starting a new app, you can have different screens use the native UI components and widgets and toolkits, and also then blend in the web view controls where necessary. So this really gives you the flexibility of what you need in your applications. And it's a big advantage of using Blazor Hybrid in one of these platforms. So far in our application, we've built out a simple to-do app. We've used some internet access capabilities built into .NET MAUI to see if we have internet access before uploading our to-do list to the internet. And we're even saving things out to the disk as a backup using system.io, just using .NET since the things are powered by .NET running inside of .NET MAUI. And what we want to do now is see how we can blend in a little bit of that native user interface in .NET MAUI into our application. So let's head over to Visual Studio. All right, here we are. So far, if we take a look at our application, we have a single page that is actually a .NET MAUI page. You can see here, this is a content page with one control, which is our Blazor web view. Now, this is taking up the entirety of the page. So when I run this, we're going to see that there's one page, which is the entirety of the Blazor application. So we have our full to-do, we have our counter, we have our fetch data, and we've been building out this to-do list. So here, let's say, add some native UI. Add that to do and save it. Now what's great here is that this actually will collapse automatically, and it's using CSS to do styling because for all intents and purposes, it's an entire web app bundled into a native shell. But we want to improve this and actually spice it up a little bit. So at minimum, there's a few things that we can do. If we wanted to just add some native capabilities here and add a native button or some native widget here, we can, because this is a native page currently rendering just the Blazor web view. So let's wrap this Blazor web view in a grid. And a grid is a control in .NET MAUI that enables us to do rows and columns. So here, for default, it will have one row, one column, index 0, 0, and that's going to be our default here. Let's say we wanted to add a button at the bottom. That's a native button for some reason to do some native capability that will span across the entirety of the Blazor web view. Well, I can add row definitions, and I'm going to add two of them. So here I'm going to add star, which is use as much space as possible, and then auto for row index 1, which will say, yeah, go ahead and just only take as much space at the bottom as you need. So now what I can do is I can add a button here, which is a native button, and we can actually take a look at the toolkit on the left-hand side. And this is going to show us all of the .NET MAUI controls. So here we have an activity indicator. So if you wanted a universal one for progress indication or a search bar or a slider or tab views or anything like that, you can add them in here. Again, I'm just going to add a button here and just drag it in, and we have some text. So we'll say native button. That's amazing. Maybe, for demo purposes, good enough. Now what I'll say is grid dot, and here I can specify the row. So since this is row 1, so 0 is the star and 1 is auto, that's where it's going to be. Now what I can also do is add a click handler here. So this again is a native click handler that is going to add that to the code behind of the page. So whenever this is clicked, it's going to do something native on the platform inside of .NET MAUI. So here we have native button, and we have the button clicked event going on here. Now this button is going to be up against the border, so let's go ahead and give this a little bit of margin here, and that's going to space it out a little bit on our page. Now when we click this button, let's do something. So I'm going to go over to the code behind, and you can find that, of course, by going into the Solution Explorer. And on any XAML page, you can have a drop-down. You'll see XAML.cs, which is the code behind. So here is where I can do something such as display an alert. So I'll say await. There we go. And this will add the async flag here. I'm going to say display alert. There's a bunch of different alerts built into .NET MAUI. So popping up, having options, giving information, or entering text. This one here, I'll say native UI. And I'll say this is coming from a native button. And I'll just say OK. Now this code here can live in the page, or you can of course even reference that from the to-do razor. So for example, inside of this code, I could get access here, if this is null, to display a native pop-up too. So I could go in and say await application dot current dot main page, and then I could then access and that main page, any main page of the application that's currently displayed, and do an action sheet, alert, or a prompt. You could also use a dependency injection mechanism to have some sort of iDialog, for example, which would be very nifty to do. So we're just going to leave this as is for now, but I wanted to show you that you can add that capability in and you can access it if that Razor file is inside of your .NET MAUI application. All right, back to the code. We're good to go. We have a pop-up. It's going to display that. Let's go ahead and run it and see what happens here. So again, we're hoping to see 2 rows. So the first one should be the Blazor web view, and I don't need to specify grid.row0 because that's the default. And if we go ahead and see it here on Windows, we should get a native Windows button, and that is what's being rendered by this Microsoft MAUI control button. There we go, and we now have a native button at the bottom. Amazing. Now we can note here that the background color is set here. So if I was just to set this to white, for example, and hit save, we should see that we now get the white background there using our hot reload technology. When I click on it, I say native UI. This is coming from a native button. Really cool. So here we can do that. And additionally, we can share state between these different elements and the main page as well, using things such as MVVM or MVC style development to share state as well, just any architectural work. And there's great documentation on how to do that. But there we go. We have our native button and we have that there. Now, of course, if I run this on Android, we'll now see a native Android button. So let me go ahead and select the Android emulator and run it there. Now again, this is going to take these changes that I've made and bundle up that Android application and go ahead and deploy it. So let's give it a few seconds to start to deploy. All right, our application is now loading up, and since we're using .NET MAUI, that hot reload is in effect. And now we have this native Android button down there as well. And when I click on it, we can see that the native Android UI is coming up. And of course, I can navigate through this application just like I always have, which is nice. So there we go. So native integration, native controls, native buttons here across there. This is a good example of how you can blend the UI together, but let's take it a step further, because while I'm using the sort of built-in hamburger button dropdown, if I probably want to maybe either use a native flyout if I'm on these mobile devices, or perhaps even use something like tabs, for example. And the cool part about using Blazor Hybrid and .NET MAUI together is that you can go ahead and do that. So instead of just using a content page here with the grid, what we could do is specify a type of root page that is a tabbed page instead, or a flyout page. And those are native pages in .NET MAUI. So here I'm just going to change this to tabbed page. And in the code behind, I'm also going to change this to tabbed page as well. There we go. And that's going to tell .NET MAUI that this is a tabbed page instead of a content page that has pages in it. So if I reran this, it would just show one tab. So we're going to go ahead and change this out. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this grid. There we go. And remove that button. And what we want to do is, instead of displaying just this main component, we want to specify each of the pages inside of it. So how we do this is we specify content pages. And we're specifically going to have 4 of them. So let me go ahead and put that back and copy it and paste that here. So we're going to have a few of these content pages inside of here. So we're going to have a title of home, a title of counter, a title of data, and a title of to-do. There we go. Now what we can do is we can put each of these Blazor web views inside of this tabbed page here. Now, right now, if I just move that Blazor web view, this is going to be referencing the main layout. And if we look at the Solution Explorer, the main layout is a router that's loading the main layout. Now, specifically, that main layout is accessing that nav menu where we added the div tag for the to-dos. So instead of referencing the main layout, let's go ahead and manually reference each of these pages. So we have a counter, a fetch data, index, and to-do. Now, these are inside of the pages namespace here, so we're going to get access to that. So here we have local, as we see as this is an XMLNS namespace or an XML namespace, and that's a way of referencing anything that's inside of the root hybrid to-do app. Let's just do a new XMLNS, and we'll say pages, and I'm going to go ahead and say pages there, and then IntelliSense and Visual Studio fills that in for me. And this is a common language runtime namespace, and the XAML is going to go find hybrid to-do app.pages, which is where those exist. So instead of referencing local.main, we will go ahead and say pages, and we can see that we have counter, fetch data, index, and to-do. So there we go. Now all I need to do is copy this into the other content pages. So here I can now say this is going to be our counter. This is going to be our fetch data. And this is going to be our to-dos. There we go, to-do. Perfect. Now, the other thing that we can do is blend in native pages instead of them all being Blazor web view controls inside of a page. So if I wanted to, I could go in and say add new item. And since this is a .NET MAUI application, we could also add a .NET MAUI content page. So we can add a C# one or a XAML one. So I'm just going to call this new page 1. It's a great name for it. And here, this is going to be inside of our pages namespace. And it's just going to go ahead and display a label that says welcome to .NET MAUI. So now I can come in and instead of adding a content page, I'm going to say pages, new page 1, give it a title of native, for example, there. And I'm just adding that content page. As we can see on the new page 1, it is a content page, so I don't need to wrap anything at all. And I could put each of these content pages in their own XAML pages or put them directly here inside of the main page. So here we are easily adding now tabbed pages. We're adding 5 different tabs of home, counter, and more inside of here. And then we're adding a native page. Now here I have a compilation error, and this is because I have specified this x:\name. So if you're going through this, you're going to run into this compilation error. This x:\name is exposing this control to the code behind, and you can't name a control the same thing over and over again if you have multiple controls. So we're just going to go ahead and delete that from each of these Blazor web views. There we go. We only need that if we are accessing that from the code behind, and since we aren't, we can just delete that, or we could have named them something different altogether as well. So perfect. All right, now this is going to compile up our new tabbed page, and what we hope to see is some native Android tabs on the screen. So let's go ahead and give it a second to compile up. All right, here we go. Our Android application is running up. And what we can see here is that we have all of our different tabs that are going on here. Now, we haven't specified any margin or any spacing here. We might want to use different tabs that are a little bit larger or change the names here. So if I change this to count, for example, and hit save, we should go ahead and see that update in real time. There we go. That's looking a little bit more better on the spacing. Now, .NET MAUI also gives us the capability of not only accessing these top tabs on Android, but we could also add bottom tabs as well. But here we are getting this nice blend of functionality across, which is really, really cool. Now we can see here this native page isn't displaying anything, and that's probably because we need to give this a text color of black, for example. There we go, and that should go ahead and display our text. Welcome to .NET MAUI. Perfect. And we can style this using light theme and dark theme modes built into .NET MAUI, or of course with CSS. But we're getting these nice tabs on top with the animations. And of course, we could add those to the bottom as well, and that's a capability inside of .NET MAUI. So we can now take this and we have each of the pages inside of here. So I can add some spacing, for example, add to do, and hit save. Perfect. I also ate something this morning, so we'll save that as well. Perfect. All right. Now, if we run this over on our Windows platform, so let's go ahead and select Windows, we're now going to get native Windows tabs as well. So here we'd expect that we'll get the same exact tabbed page experience, but on Windows with different native WinUI 3 tabs. And on iOS, you would also get native tabs, and same thing on macOS if you ran it there. So here we go. We're getting our hello world, our counter on here. We have our count. We have our native page here. Welcome to .NET MAUI. And of course, our to-dos. There we are. Add some native UI, check and save. Perfect. So now we're truly blending those worlds together. So there we have it. Easily being able to add in not only native APIs we saw in the previous video, but now some native UI into our application, blending the world of Blazor Hybrid and .NET MAUI together. Now it's up to you. Use as much or as little as you need. I will go ahead and link to great documentation on how to do this, and of course, all of the .NET MAUI documentation. But one thing I want to point out before we head on to the next video where we'll see how to share this UI with a Blazor website is that since we're blending UI, you can then take advantage of the vast ecosystems across Blazor and .NET MAUI. That means all of your existing Blazor components and NuGet libraries that are out there, you can pull them in. Or you can access the native controls and the amazing ecosystem around .NET MAUI, the best of both worlds, so you can truly take advantage of all of the amazing resources from the community and control vendors out there. All right. Stay tuned because in the next video, like I just said, we're going to take all that UI that we've been building for the to-do application and now put it onto the web inside of a Blazor web app and see how we can share code effectively and pages effectively between our new Blazor Hybrid app and our Blazor website. I'll put links to documentation and everything you need to know below, so stay tuned for more Blazor Hybrid Beginner Series.